Good morning. This is Dr. Lewis Singer, Singer Family Chiropractic here in Boynton Beach, where families go to be well. And of course, it's Monday, so it's another edition of Question for Doc. Our question today comes from a new patient, Nikki. And she said, at the orientation, you described three causes of vertebral subluxation. All stress: physical stress, chemical stress, emotional stress. I understand physical and emotional, but I'm not really sure about chemical. How does that work? Okay, well, great question, Nikki. Well, first of all, there's three stresses that cause vertebral subluxation. What a vertebral subluxation is when the spine is out of alignment and it's putting pressure on the delicate nerves that exit the spine, literally distorting the messages from the brain to the body. What Dr. Palmer called the cause of all dis-ease or disease. Basically a lack of ease in the body, which leads to all these other problems. So there are three different types of stress. This physical stress, very easy to understand. You took a fall, you lifted something too heavy, you wrestled with your little brother when you were younger, sports, anything that can jolt the body can knock the spine out of alignment. Then this chemical, which we'll talk about in a moment, Nikki's question, and then emotional is probably the one I see the most of today. You ever get angry, you ever get upset, and you feel everything tighten up? Well, believe it or not, when you tighten up and those muscles tighten up, they pull the vertebra out of alignment. So that's probably one of the biggest ones I've seen today. Emotional factors cause the spine to go out of alignment. Interestingly enough, when the spine is out of alignment, we don't handle stress that well. So it's sort of like this vicious cycle that goes through. But the one that's probably least understood, and it's probably out of the three, I would say probably the least causation in most patients, but it's still up there, is chemical. So anytime we take in anything that's not natural, whether it's if we're a smoker and it's nicotine, if we're a huge coffee drinker, a huge soda drinker, the caffeine, the stuff that they spray on the fruits and vegetables, even the stuff that we breathe in the air, our body has this amazing, what we call innate intelligence. And basically, it realizes that this is not supposed to be here. So most of the chemicals that we take in through our senses, through smell, through the skin, through everything, we usually pee it out because the body knows it's not supposed to be there. Unfortunately, in the day and age that we live in, we're exposed to so many chemicals that the body just can't get rid of all of them. So the chemicals end up in the muscles. And the muscles, especially of the neck and the back. Okay, well, the muscles of the neck and the back are attached to the vertebra. So when the muscles get these chemicals in them, again, pesticides from foods, all the stuff that they put in our foods, unfortunately, today, the preservatives and things like that, caffeine, nicotine, even medications, they get into the muscles get tight, and because they're attached to the vertebra, they pull the vertebra out of alignment. So that would be the chemical cause of subluxation. It's very interesting because I can always usually tell a person who smokes or who drinks a lot of coffee, or if they're a young kid who drinks a lot of soda, because their upper back, which is the area that's affected by these particular chemicals, is very, very tight. Interestingly enough, the nerves in the upper back go to the heart and the lungs. So it's interesting that people that have problems with nicotine or problems with caffeine typically have lung and heart problems as well. I don't think there's any coincidence in that. So again, Nikki, thank you for your question. Yes, the chemicals get in the muscles of the back and the neck that are attached to the vertebra. The muscles get tight. They pull the vertebra out of place, and that causes a vertebral subluxation. Next week, we're off for our Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa winter break, so we will not be here. There will not be a question for Doc next week, but we should be back, I believe, the week after, which will be the first one in January. From myself and Allison and Carol, we want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Hanukkah, a wonderful Kwanzaa, and time with family, and we'll see you in the new year. God bless, and have a great week.